Hey everyone, it's Tuesday morning and we're going to make some French toast. A rare morning video here because I'm not generally one who wants to take videos of myself making food in the morning, but we're making some French toast. So I've got here 3 slices, thick slices. You want I want at least 3/4 of an inch or so thick slices. I'm using brioche. You could also use challah or really any kind of leftover bread you got, but right now we're going with brioche. And per slice of toast, I'm using about 2/3 of an egg. So 3 slices of toast, 2 eggs. French toast, is basically a single serving bread pudding. At least that's how I like to think of it. So a nice rich custard, plenty of flavor. All right, salt. I'm using half and half. You could use milk also, but we're gonna go with about 3/4 of a cup. So 1/4 cup per thick slice of toast. Let's do some sugar in here. Just a few tablespoons of sugar. Some good old fake vanilla, because I'm out of the real stuff right now. Good amount of it, like a tablespoon or so. And that is our basic custard here. Whisk it together real well. French toast is one of those things. It's much easier than pancakes, much easier than waffles. Not that I think you need to compare those things because they're all kind of different. But French toast is it's a great breakfast food because it saves your bread. It saves your old bread. And of course, if you want, you can do spices in here, cinnamon, allspice, stuff like that. But I'm not going with that. All right. So the real key for me, at least for French toast, is that I want that custard soaking into the bread. So this is bread that I sliced last night and I left sitting out because you want to have dry bread that's going to have plenty of air spaces to soak up custard. That way, when you make your French toast, it's nice and brown on the outside, but the inside is creamy, custardy, tender. And you can, sort of let these sit in here for a while. I'm kind of in a rush because I do have a toddler to feed. So I'm going to start just with that is fine for me. All right. Nope. Butter. I'm using this baking steel griddle, which I also use for making pizza. You might have seen it sitting around my oven. It's basically just a half-inch thick steel slab with a little rim around the edge. You can get it. This is called the Baking Steel Mini. One of the most useful tools I own, especially if you're making things like French toast, where it's impossible to fit multiple pieces on one pan. You know that problem. You can only fit like 2 pieces in a regular skillet, or sometimes only even 1 piece. All right, so I've had this actually preheating for about 10 minutes while I got all my other ingredients out. Preheating over medium heat, not too high, not too low. You want that butter to sort of sizzle as it goes on, but not instantly burn. Okay. And just like a grilled cheese, the real key with French toast is that you need to give it time to cook. Not time to herb, but time. The thing that flies like an arrow. All right. This is actually maybe enough custard for 4 slices of bread. There you go. French toast, obviously not called French toast in France. In France, it's called toast. No, I'm just kidding. In France, it's called le French toast. Right? No, I'm just kidding. In France, it's called pain perdu, which means lost bread, because it's a recipe that uses old bread that you've forgotten about. Classic garde-manger stuff. So I'm gonna let this first side cook. I'm gonna spoon over a little bit of extra custard just to let that soak in while that first side cooks. And the rest of this custard is gonna be a treat for the dogs. Salted butter, by the way, I use to cook my French toast and to serve it with. One of the good use cases for salted butter. All right, that's going to take a little while to cook. I'd say at least 4 minutes per side. So I will come back before I flip this over. So I will come back and I'll see you in just a couple minutes. Actually, my pan's a little bit hotter than I expected, so I'm going to flip these over now. The one trick that I learned from my buddy Daniel Gritzer at Serious Eats, if you want a crispier crust on the other side, give it a little sprinkle of sugar. On this side before flipping. Before you people, I know you people, some people are going to go, ooh, the Americans use so much sugar and fat in their food. Don't forget, this is French toast. Look at that. All right, I turned it down so this second side will go a little bit slower. Which is what we want, because we want that you want the French toast to be nice and warm and tender all the way through. This is stale bread we're dealing with, so if if you don't heat it through, the inside stays a little bit stiff. It feels dry, which is not what we want. We want it to be warm so that all the starch regelatinizes and gets soft like fresh bread, as opposed to retrograded and crystallized like stale bread. All right, so now I will be back in a few minutes later. All right, so we are done now. Look at that. I'll pop these out onto my plate. Of course, if you're doing multiple servings, if you're doing more than one big slice per person for 3 people, you can keep it warm on a rack in a 200-degree oven. There we go. Let's finish this off with a little bit of salted butter on each slice. You could do, if you want, you can use whipped cream. You could sprinkle this with powdered sugar. You can sprinkle it with cinnamon. You do it however you want. You are the host with the most of your pan perdu. No, I'm sorry. You are the Gerard Depardieu of the French toast. Real maple syrup and butter is how I go. Salted butter. All right, now I'm ready to call my family down for breakfast. Shabu, here you go. You get a little special treat. Wait for it. Wait. Okay. All right. Oh wait, I gotta taste this and go ooh ah, right? That's the best part, when the butter mixes with the syrup like that. Ooh ah. Oh la la. All right, guys, gals, non-binary pals, French toast. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.